Hey there, today I want to talk about some essential low-tech items that every musician should have in their practice space and how I use them. Metcalf here with another BetterSax video. There's links in the description below for all of the items we're going to discuss today, but keep in mind this stuff is not just for saxophone players, it's for all musicians no matter what instrument you play. If you have any tips for low-tech practice room gear, please share them in the comments section below. My first bit of low-tech gear is a good music stand. Now, before you say, but Jay, you're always telling us to play by ear, why do you have a music stand? Well, sometimes even I read sheet music, but I mainly use my music stand to hold other things, namely my smartphone, tablet, and other high-tech practicing tools that I'll be talking about in my next video. I also have pencils attached to it and like to keep a book of blank staff paper here to write down ideas, licks, and transcribed solos. This particular stand may look familiar to many of you. No, I did not steal this from school. This is the Manhasset music stand, made in the USA, and it's the best music stand available, in my opinion. But it's not portable. So if you need a music stand for the practice room that stays put, this is a great choice and I highly recommend it. If you need something to travel with, it's not so practical. On the other hand, those cheap and flimsy fold-up music stands are more annoying than they are useful. Everything falls off them, they fall over, it's just a mess. I don't even have one of those to show you. Next up is super simple and cheap, but absolutely necessary. It's my mirror. I never used a mirror for practicing until I got to university, and the first thing I worked on with my teacher there was correcting lots of bad habits that I had, and I used the mirrors that were available in every practice room. Watching yourself play in the mirror allows you to auto-correct in real time things that you may not have even been aware you were doing wrong in the first place. I still spend a lot of my time practicing in front of the mirror. Here's a list of some of the things I'm watching out for. Finger movement and hand position, my embouchure, keeping my shoulders and neck relaxed, and excess body movement. Playing in front of the mirror also helps keep me in one place and not wander around so much, which I'm prone to do. The extremely small size of my studio also helps with that. And finally, the mirror also mirrors my sound straight back to me since it's a nice, hard, and flat surface. So you can really hear yourself clearly when you're playing directly in front of the mirror. So if you don't have one already in the space you're practicing in, get yourself a basic, long, rectangular mirror. You'll be glad you did. My last piece of low-tech gear, and probably the most important, are these earplugs. I got turned on to these by a bass player friend of mine back a long time ago when I used to play in these like loud bands in bars, you know, and every set the music got louder and louder, and the horn players are always put in the front with either the drummer right behind you bashing away on the things, or the guitar player right behind you with his amp turned way up, and your ears get blasted. And at the end of the night, at the end of the gig, you've got this horrible ringing in your ears. These things are a lifesaver. Now, these are custom fit. You need to go to an ear specialist who will make molds of your ear, which you then send off to the company that makes these. And they have these inserts that pop out that are interchangeable. So I've got the 9 decibel inserts in there, which are great. They allow me to hear music if I'm in a band. They allow me to hear everyone else clearly, but at a volume that is not harmful to my ears. Now, I don't do a lot of those sort of really loud bar gigs anymore these days, but I use these earplugs every day in the practice room, and I can't tell you how much of a game changer these have been in my life. I would probably have much worse hearing today if I hadn't been using these. They're a little bit expensive, but I've had these for 15 years. You definitely get your money's worth, and that's without even considering how valuable your hearing is. I put a link in the description to a website where you can order these. It has the information about where to find an ear specialist to get the molds made. Once you get your mold made, you send it off to them. They will send you these things back in the mail, and you order the inserts that you want. I'm using the 9 decibel ones, and for saxophone playing, those are great. I think if you're playing drums or other really loud things, you might want to go up to the 15s. If you don't want to go that route, you can just get yourself a nice pair like these for about 20 bucks. They do the job, and if you lose them, no big deal, you just get another pair. I use these as a backup pair in case I forget my other ones. If you play the saxophone or any other loud instrument without ear protection, you are probably going to damage your hearing over the long term. Also, if you go to loud concerts, don't forget to bring your earplugs. That's it for today. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about some of the high-tech gear I use in my practice room every day. Those things are a lot more fun, but they're not essential like the stuff we discussed today. Remember to comment below if you've got any of your own low-tech gear tips. If you got some value out of this video, please click the thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, get yourself subscribed. Share this video with any other musician you know who may be interested. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.